NFL players who need to be signed immediately. Subscribe to Sportsmafia for more videos. Defensive back Logan Ryan. Ryan might not be young and he might not be a star, but he's also not old by defensive back standards, especially if he can indeed convert to safety. He's also well accomplished as a two-time Super Bowl champion with 17 career interceptions and 85 career starts with the New England Patriots and Tennessee Titans. Even without knowing how a potential move to safety might go, it's fair to call him versatile. As a cornerback, he has spent plenty of time both outside and in the slot. And while he did surrender 5 touchdowns in coverage while working primarily as a slot corner last year in Tennessee, he gave up a sub-90 passer rating on throws into his coverage, and he became the first player since 2016 to record at least 4 interceptions, 4 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles in the same season. With that in mind, he can't possibly remain unemployed much longer. Best fit, New England Patriots. Edge, Jadeveon Clowney. It sure looks as though Jadeveon Clowney's expectations as a free agent were not met. At the start of the new league year, he was seeking a deal worth around $20 million per year, but he hadn't found the market he expected. Around that time, the Seattle Seahawks had an offer on the table for him at a rate of $18.5 million annually, but either that wasn't the case or Clowney declined because Clowney had dropped his asking price to $18 million per season. The soft market might have had to do with the fact that Clowney is coming off core muscle surgery and a season that was somewhat derailed by injury. Somebody might have been willing to look past that for an elite sack artist, but the 2014 number 1 overall pick has never put together a double-digit sack campaign. Still, he's a superb run defender with top-notch pass rushing skills, and he flashes playmaking ability with 4 forced fumbles despite starting just 11 games in a tough year with Seattle. So watch for somebody to take a close look in the coming days and then pull the trigger on a lucrative short-term deal. Best fit, Cleveland Browns. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick. There's been plenty of speculation that Colin Kaepernick will finally land an NFL job in the light of the fact he famously protested against police brutality and racial inequality before those issues became the focal point of nationwide protests this spring and summer. Those protests have received significant support, and the league itself has finally begun to embrace causes that were supported by Kaepernick years ago. Some owners might now figure that signing him will help on and off the field while causing less blowback than in the past, and now teams can finally take an up-close and personal look at him. Kaepernick is only 32, which is young in the quarterback realm. In his last NFL season, he threw 16 touchdown passes to only 4 interceptions in 12 games. He's got game-changing ability, and we've seen it in big moments. That should be more than enough to earn a backup job somewhere, especially if that somewhere contains a high quantity of fans who are more inclined to applaud such a move. Best fit, Los Angeles Chargers. Safety, Reid. Eric Reid's unemployment could be tied to Kaepernick's. After all, the two were teammates in San Francisco. Reid was an outspoken supporter of Kaepernick's, and he also lingered as a free agent in 2018 before the Carolina Panthers gave him a shot. But the Panthers released the 28-year-old former Pro Bowler this offseason, and now he's again out of work for longer than many would have expected considering his on-field accomplishments. But we might soon gain a better feel for his market in a world that allows free agent visits. It should be strong, because while Reid was often a mess in coverage in 2019, that could have been a fluke because it wasn't the case at all in 2018. And while none of his 11 career interceptions came last season, the 2013 first-round pick out of LSU recorded 4 sacks and 130 tackles. Reid's career hasn't gone as planned, but he still possesses the tools to be a star for years to come. Best fit, Dallas Cowboys. That's it for today's Sports Mafia video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more Sports Mafia content, click the circle subscribe button so you never miss a single video. Hope you enjoyed.